From the womb to the tomb, everything else in between is a rat race to get the green or debit or credit. The food is synthetic. Patience is tested, spending most of our lives sitting in traffic and staring at a phone, paying for houses that rarely turn into homes. Eventually the drones take over. Freedom of speech is now a security breach. Social media is dry snitching while the feds listen and they take notes, steal quotes. Revolutionaries give hope for the future while generations rap about shooting you. Eventually computers take over. We're already hostages, now relying on our own knowledge. Let me spell check the word college just to see if I got it right. These student loans end up taking the rest anyway, eventually. My degree in honesty got my master's attention. He then blessed me with love, so I'm not a bachelor anymore. Most of these women attracted to fitness and hardcore, but unfortunately, eventually, most of these men don't want to be men anymore. But boys and their toys. The Pokemon soundtrack is drowning out the noise. They can't hear a poet like me performing passionately from the heart. Eventually, I'll start my own business. Blowing kisses to say goodbye to a slave mentality. Cut my losses on the rest of them eager to kiss jacks. But my job is to wake up the masses. Class is in session. I'm teaching how I used to get sucked in, but now I'm laughing at distractions. And eventually they'll come again, and I'll run again. Only this time it's in the opposite direction. These drug pharmaceutical companies are pinching, while too many are catching the flu. Walking STDs want to have sex with you. Looking healthy and standing right next to you. Could be a long night when your type is the umpire behind home plate calling the strikes. If you fall in love with gold diggers and switch hitters, eventually you'll get the relief picture. Picture currently grooming Mr. and Mrs. Cox to keep our eyes on the ball and hitting them out of the park. This world is out of the norm. They'll label you out of your mind for staying woke and spitting conscious all of the time. Eventually, God will shine light on all of this darkness, giving sight to the blind and peace in the hood and food for the hungry and epiphanies for the dummies. No ifs, ands, or maybes, the people want conviction for police brutality. And I can hear them now. What's gotten into M.E.N.T.O.R? See, I don't fear them now, but they can keep my spoken word near them now. I don't discriminate who gets this work. Eventually, some feelings will get hurt, but as long as my strategy works and lives get saved and history's made and change done came and so many tried to stop me from dreaming. That's why I stopped leaning on my own understanding and trusting in God. See, I tried trusting in man, and eventually they tried to extort me and deport me, but my poetry was so dope they had to snort me. The school of hard knocks taught me about severe consequences. Loyalty taught me who sincerely fights with me in the trenches. Burning all of your bridges eventually leaves you lonely. And having epiphanies showed you who all was phony. And moments of clarity sometimes showed me that it was me. Eventually I'll be a better me through honesty. Eventually.
Yeah.